We are live, everybody. We're here. Al will be joining us in progress. He's just coming back in town, missed a flight, and all kinds of other stuff. So he's going to join us via telephone. Then he's going to come on the show. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. First thing I wanted to do is thank our sponsor. Our sponsor is SaberTeamTactical.com. Type in SaberTeamTactical.com and hold on. There he is right here. Hold on. Let me bring him in. He just called. I think he called the wrong number. So you call back, Al. And SaberTeamTactical.com and go from there. And let me pull this up, guys. Hold on. Okay. And go to classes right here at the top. And from there, we got the most favorite is the private 101 classes. Those are the favorite. We take churches, businesses, homes, and also other. Hey, what's happening, Al?
Sounds good.
All right, can you hear me? Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. Let me turn something off here. Yeah, we got. I'm just going over the website here. Let me do the sponsor stuff. And so the 101 stuff is some of the best classes we got. Al Omar's out there on the range. I come out there blue moon, but I do try to get out there, and I'm be coming out there more this summer. And but they give expert hands-on training. You go ahead and want to talk about that, Al? You here?
Absolutely. We do that diagnosis and basically analyze individual shooters so we can hone that day's training to what they need more help with. So it's not just a generic, okay, there's the front sight, there's the rear sight, there's your trigger. We break it down so that if you're trying to get better at, say, reloading, you're trying to get better at target acquisition, trying to get rid of low left, we work on that specifically. So each class is basically designed around that individual shooter. The best that we and our experience and our expertise, we can look at it and say, okay, this is what you need to work on.
And that gives a special attention. We do have ladies to come out, children to come out. And so if you guys want to get in those classes, contact us for special rates and we will take care of you. And then we have a class coming up in August, concealed carry, stop the bleed. That's basically what it is. You're going to learn how to be in an active shooter situation. If you get wounded or somebody get wounded, you know how to patch them up and fight. And put your firearms away before the police get there and gun you down. So we do have some pending we do have some pending classes. Those classes can be activated if you guys have a group of 2 or more, 3 or more, and we can give you a group price for those classes.
Yeah.
The semi-automatic rifle self-defense, the basic firearms training defense class, and also the shotgun class. A lot of you guys, you newbies out here about shotguns, so you guys need to learn how to use them, learn how to fight with them. And so we also have this coming up in July, rifle and PCC class. That class is from 22. You can carry a 22 all the way up to a 308, and it's going to teach you how to run that firearm as a pistol. And a lot of people don't realize how you can run a rifle just like a pistol if you know what you're doing. This class is going to do that. Also get familiar with, if you're a newbie with that firearm, to let you learn malfunction drills. You're also going to learn over sight over bore. You're going to learn a lot of other good techniques, reloading drills, things that's going to help you pick up your speed and be a little bit more familiar with that firearm. Then you have stop the bleed. Rifle medical battle class. That class is exactly what it is. You're going to be wearing your tactical gear, and you're going to be learning how to fight with that tactical gear just in case the world goes up in smoke. And so now if one of your compadres get hurt, you get hurt, you know how to patch yourself up or patch somebody else up with all your gear and to see if it works, and you get to train as a small fire team. And the biggest class of the year, the Rifle Tactical Gear class, that's the class if you really want to learn something hardcore and learn something that nobody else in this state of Georgia is actually teaching. And you're going to learn how to fight as an individual, as a 2-person team, and a 6-person team. And this class is for females. I've had a female student come out to 2 female students come out to this class and survive it from front to end. It's not that hard. It's just a lot of work and tedious work you're going to be doing all day from an 8-hour period. And if you have gear and you don't know if that gear is any good, this is a place to learn how to wear it. There's tricks and tips. I will show you how to configure certain gear for certain types of movement, like light movement and or heavy. And this class was actually taught. I developed this class when I was in active duty. It's a reconnaissance class that was basically designed off of the LRP teams out of Vietnam, and I actually used some of these tactics. So this is a true class that was really done in real life. So we just teach it to the civilians without the explosives. And with that, I see you can click on the laser engraving side. That's a new company I started, and I do leather patches, plaques, dog tags, magazines, earrings, coasters, and all the other good stuff. If you have any questions about that, shoot me a name, email. If you want to put your phone number, subject, and a message, and hit "I'm not the robot" and submit. They come to me and we can talk about something that you want, you know. And also want to thank you guys for watching. Reggie, Visible Hands, and WK. Visible Hands, you're doing some God's work out there with your showing how, you know, information on firearm safety and muzzle brakes. I just saw that last one, and then you did another one on how to identify steel core ammunition, and all educational for those people out there because they need it big time. I don't have the patience for it, but you do. Keep it up, man. You got my support. Yeah.
I see a lot of those topics that you had now, like, you know, thinking to myself, you should revisit that. And about 5 minutes later, I remembered those times. I'm like, nah, he's good. He's gonna do it. He got it.
No, I think
everybody got to have a corner.
I think we need to bring him on the show and have him talk about what he's doing, and maybe he can reach some more people and they can see him in person. He can talk about it and tell them something. If you want to do that, Visible Hands, just let us know and we can schedule to get you on the show. And you can talk about some of that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so Al, the reason why Al's he was out of town, and so you know he was tracking down suspects.
Over.
So yeah.
Unless the suspect have a box of cigars, I ain't chasing nobody.
Yeah, Visible Hand said yes. I do. Yeah, he's down. He's down for coming on the show. So we can talk about that offline and get you on the show. Probably get you on next Sunday if nothing going on. What is next Sunday? When is Mother's Day? You know,
13th.
The 13th. Okay.
13th. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. The 13th. That's Saturday. So, yeah.
No, it's the 14th.
Oh, the 14th.
It's the same weekend.
Okay. So
right.
We can probably do a pre-recorded show on the 14th, but we can get you on the next week, the 7th, Invisible Hands. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we can tighten that up.
Yeah. So Al hit me up. He said he wanted to talk about something, you know, and you guys hear him all right? Just give a thumbs up in the chat if you guys hear him all right. But go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I think it deserves a quick overview at least. Is safety on YouTube, safety on social media. gun safety in particular. And in that aspect, I'm sure everyone saw it. It's been there viral. You know, I can't think of the guy's name right now on purpose. But he fires at Tannerite. He told me on a chat that he got mad at. I'll explain that later. But he told me it was 40 pounds of Tannerite. What do I expect? I expect you to be safe and to read the directions. Fool.
Yeah.
You shot 40 pounds of Tannerite. And you're about what? I would give it. He didn't say it. So you know the distance that where you were, and he didn't want to accept that because he knew that was a fault. You're that close, within 20 yards. I'm gonna give him 20. I think it was more like 15. First off, and you know, as an instructor, I'm gonna tell you his marksmanship was crap. 7 rounds to make one shot hit. He fired 7 rounds at Tannerite, hits one. Come on, man. And then it blows up and comes back into his face.
Right.
And then now we're going to talk about how tough you are. And so this is what I think he didn't like. You scream, finger on the trigger of a rifle, and you turn directly in front of your cameraman. Cameraman said he was okay. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with bringing a loaded gun at people right at their head.
And it was a small.
And that's not your enemy.
It was a small child in the car.
And the airbags went off in the truck,
right.
Like a 250 or better.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. And then you got people who follow this and they defend him. That he was just, that's a clown show. That is an utter clown show.
Yeah.
And all of those guys. I mean, and the good thing is, what's the guy? NOC, I think he's on social media out there. He blasted this guy, and he was being nice at first.
Mm-hmm.
At first, he was being, hey, man, you guys got to be careful, pay attention to, and when I said the directions, use of Tannerite can be dangerous. He didn't even use that guy's thing. He used another guy that actually had his leg severed.
Right. I got the
video. And the guy lost his leg.
I got the video if you want me to pull it
Which
up.
Which
one? Mr.
Which one?
The guy who
the recent one or the first one?
The first one when he shot the Tannerite and it cut his face. I can air it if you want.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The one screaming, yeah. Let him see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Give him some more views. Give him some more views.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get no more views.
One more view.
Yeah.
What are you getting for it?
There it go, right here, guys. You can see it. That's the aftermath. But he shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rounds. Finally hit the Tannerite.
Oh, 8.
And then he's screaming like a little woman. So, and the cut is really not that significant. Let me see when I get to
he
said don't look at it. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God, come on.
So,
my head.
You okay? Oh,
you guys notice he wasn't wearing safety goggles at all.
Don't look at it. It's okay.
Now
they said they broke, but I didn't see him on the first time. They turned and looked at you.
He did not have safety goggles on. He had regular pimp shades on, and that's what he's wearing. Now I have another view, guys, and this. Now watch the truck right here. I'm gonna turn this on. See, the car bag goes off in the driver's seat of the truck. Now, there was another video that came out that was longer than this one where you could hear the child in the vehicle screaming, crying. So,
wow.
Yeah. There's total ignorance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're popular.
Yeah. WK said the dude, the Tannerite. WK said the dude, the Tannerite was a fool. He screamed like a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
what I said to him, and he definitely took offense to it.
He was.
And I said, well, I'm just repeating what happened.
He was lucky to be alive that day. I don't understand the fascination with Tannerite. Everybody knows what Tannerite can do. You don't need to do a demonstration. And if you do the demonstration with anything over 40 pounds, it's a chart on there that tells you that how many feet you need to be away from this stuff when it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I know some guys did 100 pounds of Tannerite, and they were They're way out. You know what I'm saying? And they had to shoot the thing with a
You're
308.
shooting. You're using a rifle, bro.
Yeah.
It's not a slingshot.
Right.
It's not a spear.
Mhm.
It's a rifle. Why do you need to be so close?
Right. Kissing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you kissing it, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what I said to my friend here, what I said to him was, you wear what they call danger clothes. Maybe now you'll understand what that terminology is.
Danger close make you pucker. And that was a
Mhm.
pucker. He pucker. I think he wet on himself. That was so. It was actually.
Exactly.
It's funny to see it, but he's alive. But what if that metal was not at his head and it went and hit him in his jugular? We would have witnessed him, videoed him watching his death, because he would have bled out right there, because the two goons that was videotaping had no idea what to do with any medical emergency situation. You can hear them.
Nope.
They're
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Clueless.
Don't look at it.
Mm-hmm. So.
Right. So all the people that were there are popular on social media. The other two were popular as well.
Oh, they were. So they was getting
The
this.
other two, one is a bigger fan base than the one that actually got hurt.
Well, you got that second video has got 1,036 likes, and that was as of 6 days ago.
Think about this.
Let me see what the first one got.
That's a retread. About 15 people. I saw it the first day. It was 15 people posted it.
Yeah.
15 different people.
The first video's
And I
got
was like,
over
wow,
2,397 likes. This is the reason why he hasn't pulled it down, because he's getting likes and views off of it.
Yes.
And
that's what the guy ROC, I don't know his full tag name, but the guy said, you posted it. Why are you mad at me?
Right.
And he said, you posted it. And it was like, well, why would you post this? Because you wanted like, you don't know how bad you look. You don't care how unsafe you are. The fact that people will watch it and laugh or make negative comments or, you know, even critique it. That's all you wanted. And you got it. And then you get mad.
Yeah.
Called me. He said that, told me, big boy, keep watching your phone. I said, wow. You didn't do your research, partner. I said, look me up and then call me. So I'm from your old town.
Right. According to Tannerite, every pound you're supposed to be 100 yards away. So
wow.
Yeah. He was like,
no, I don't think he could see I don't think, even with a scope dialed in sniper rifle, that dude still couldn't get that.
That was 40 pounds he had in there.
Right.
Yeah. So he should have been 400 yards away.
At least. Ain't no way. He would have never, no way. Come on, man. He was struggling at 15 yards. Ain't no way he's shooting at 400 yards.
No, he was right there.
No way.
Yeah. He was like, oh, this ain't nothing. This is just going to blow up a little bit.
Well, see, this goes back to the other part of those type of folks out there, because I started seeing a lot of people who kept their mouth closed. You know, mentality.
Okay. I think you're breaking up. The Invisible Hand said, yeah, I know them. You know these guys? Oh, my God. Wow. I'm just trying to catch up on some of the chats. Invisible Hand said, also, they are big in the Black 2A community. Well, they was almost big in the Black Deaf community. All three of them, you know? So WK said, post a video for the world to see how stupid it was. I'm for the 2A, but this is an idiot. Oh, we lost Al. Okay, hold on. He's trying to come back in. Hold on. You there, Al? You hear me? These other lines. It's still going. Let me hang that one up. Can you hear me? We'll try to get him back on the line here. Let me finish this. I'm 2A, but this idiot should be banned for life for using his own firearm, more or less using Tannerite. Yeah. Idiot. Complete idiot. Let's see, can we get Al back on the line? Got disconnected for a moment. Yeah, that's a complete idiot. Like I said, he almost lost his life, and now what's going to happen is you're going to get somebody else out here who's going to try to mimic this stuff. And we already got guys. I was just saying, now what's going to happen? We're going to get more people out here trying to mimic this guy, especially in the black community, thinking it's totally cool and okay to do this and get views. You know what I'm saying? Until one of these fools get a shrapnel that's going to be lodged in their face or take their heads off. You know?
Yep. Until somebody actually becomes unalive, they will keep doing it. See that one? I've been working on my social media. See that? We can't get a strike for saying that.
Yeah. Right.
Unalive. But
well, I ain't worried about it. We got Rumble. Yeah.
These guys are going to continue. And mind you, not in favor of demolition, at least in doing what he does. Yeah. You know, and it's just not some haphazard, let's try this and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, you breaking up bad, bro. Yeah. So I want to let everybody know we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, we're on DLive, and Twitch. We're also on Twitch tonight too. And just to let you guys know, if you guys on any of those platforms, please like and share. On Rumble, I do request that you go type in under the search bar the Two Alphas Talk and like the Two Alphas Talk page. We have our own page now, so on Rumble, and please like that so we can build up the numbers. The Invisible Hands, the fact that he filmed it for all of us to see, yeah, that's the stupid. He almost filmed and posted it. He probably would have, if he got killed that day, one of his clown friends would have posted his death. You know, that'd have been a given,
right?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, AL sales. That's a venture outdoor sells tannerite. Now I'm worried. No, tannerite's been around. Nobody has used it for a terrorist attack yet. So until it's used for a terrorist attack, then it won't be banned by the ATF or anything like that. So there's nothing really to worry about. And you got to remember, tannerite is harmless until you mix it. Even when you mix it, it's still harmless unless you shoot it with the caliber type of rifle or pistol that is rated for, you know, so it's still harmless. So, but
yeah, so it's I believe it's 223 or greater.
Yeah, 223. Yeah,
to be a centerfire round.
Well, you can have a Thompson Contender 223. That's why I said pistol. A Thompson Contender. That's a 223 pistol or an AR pistol.
Yeah,
that's why I said pistol. Yeah. And he was using.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, he was using the AR pistol. So, yeah, and so, yeah, and nobody's using a terrorist attack. There's probably I'm not going to say what I want to say, but you guys talk to me offline about that. But tannerite it's good to have. A lot of people use tannerites to blow up tree stumps in their farms and stuff. And that's what it's good for. It's ideal for blowing up tree stumps, you know. So I've seen them take out a whole tree with tannerite. And but if you know what you're doing and get the proper distance, shoot it with a scope rifle from a far away distance, and you won't get yourself messed up. Let's see.
And just good.
Oh, WK said he's worried about guys like this fool buying tannerites rather than a terrorist.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured that's what he meant. Yeah. Right. I figured that's what he meant because the copycats.
Right. Well, they got plenty of videos where people losing their legs. Like, remember that one guy lost his leg. It was one guy had some tannerite in the refrigerator. But luckily, he was behind a tree, and that whole refrigerator came at him 100 full force. And lucky that tree was in between him and that refrigerator. It would have killed him instantly. You know, so yeah. I mean, you want to play with explosives? That's what's gonna happen. You know. I mean, it's a proven fact that the remember the Anarchist Cookbook when it came out? It was a lot of kids out there
Mhm.
making pipe bombs and stuff, and they was getting themselves killed because they were putting black powder under pressure. And if you put black powder under pressure, it will strike an arc and blow up right in your hands. You know, so it's just stupidity stuff. Yeah, they will learn. They will learn the hard way. And well, this should have been a learning point for them. He should have came on right after this and said, "I'm going to put out a PSA and say we shouldn't do. You shouldn't do this. And if you do this, follow the recommendations of the what Tannerite says. Every pound you need to be 100 feet away. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
So 2 things, right? The first one was apparently he said it was 57 stitches to seal that. The second thing was when I posted, I reposted, copied it of course, and I put up here's a PSA from I think his name is Chopper Zoe or Zoe Chopper,
yeah.
something like that. And I said here's a PSA from that guy, you know, blah blah blah. And I went that way, and that's when he got mad.
Mm-hmm.
So when sees me on another post, he comments about not giving him credit. I said I did. Well, he said the guy Rock ROC didn't give him credit for his video, and I'm like, wow. And then the ROC guy said, so you want the credit for this? Like, you know, it's not his exact words, but this is what he's saying. Like, you asking for credit for this? And then this guy said, everybody knows it's you. And he said, well, you didn't something about, you know, more about this credit and giving him respect. And then he cursed, he called him a coon. The ROC guy, he's got a lot of stuff going on politically, defending the Second Amendment, and he roasted him like a gentleman. He roasted him like an adult, unlike me, because I'd have got dirty with him. He roasted him like a pointed out his flaws. I'm trying to help people, safety first, blah 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 blah. And this guy, that if you get a chance, part of his code name or handle, whatever they call it on social media, is ROC.
Mm-hmm.
Dude rocked him with positivity, and that's what I liked about it. I said, you know what? Much respect, because I have to try that. Because you get dirty, I get dirtier. You want to get in the mud? Let's go.
Yeah, you
Let's
see,
go.
I didn't say a word because you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, you know, when you start name calling, when you're the ignorant one, that shit tells you right here how guilty you are.
Yeah.
You know you're stupid. You got to be the first one to call somebody a name.
Yeah. Invisible Hand said that would have been the best way to clean up this clown shit by him doing a PSA after. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It would have been nice.
Yeah. So yeah, what's
It
gonna
would have
happen?
been
I see
positivity.
I see a bunch of NAGA guys doing this on somebody's range. They can't do it on where we're at, but I do see them wanting to try this somewhere. And just especially these guys, these big fat dudes sitting out there want to try to show off to these ladies, and they're gonna end up killing one of them, setting this stuff off in a small confinement like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I mean, you can use you don't even have to use a whole pound. You can mix it up and use a half a pound, use a quarter of a pound. You don't have to use the whole pound if you're gonna close.
Yeah, but when you chasing clout, bro, you gotta go big.
Yeah.
You gotta go big.
Let's go 40 pounds. It's 40 pounds. That's
40 pounds.
40 pounds. Yeah. So each container is 1 pound. And so he had 40 of those containers all mixed down in there, ready to go. Idiot.
Yep. And then get mad at everybody who tells him that he's wrong.
Right. And even the guy who got his leg chopped off, everybody went after him too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they made fun of him too. Yeah. So I mean,
rightfully so.
Yeah. What do you call those people who who almost get killed or get killed? What do they call them? It's not Murphy Law. Darwin Darwin.
Darwin, yeah.
Yeah, Darwin. He won the Darwin Award. Almost got it. You know what I'm saying? So he got
Yep.
second
Mhm.
place for being a dumbass. You know. So
Yeah, but he's got a life scar to remember it by now.
yeah. And see, they don't realize the head bleeds the most, so it's really dramatic. That guy really got in his head. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. He was more worried
Right.
about the scar on his head than that child was in the car. You know what I'm saying?
And the fact that he's pointing a firearm directly at his boy's head.
Yeah. Well, this boy didn't give a damn. He's standing there videotaping.
No, he didn't.
So,
Mhm.
all right, Al's in studio. Boom, there he is. Now you guys get to see him live. Look at that. I'm gonna take you off the telephone.
There we go. You said
Yeah.
I exist. That's a good one too.
He's back.
There it is, man. Just got back. Flew right into the chair. Poof.
Yep, straight in the house. I ain't take a whiz yet.
Not even. Not even. We'll just hold everything till we get this settled.
Right. Yeah. So, you seen any other clowns out there doing this stuff? Or
Oh yeah, man. We got a lot of stuff where you see. All right, and this is what I was going to mention to you a little bit while ago. One of the things that we see a lot of, and people follow this, is the people shooting into abyss. And then they say these guys good, or this guy, they don't shoot at a target. They just shoot across.
well,
Just
one
pulling
of
triggers. And this
okay.
was
So one of us is getting locked up. Is it me or Al? I don't know. You guys tell us in the chat. Is it me or Al?
getting locked up or what?
Dude, we're getting a hesitation in video. I'm getting one on this end.
Me? I don't see it.
Okay. So it's probably me.
Okay. Well, my thing is when you look at these guys, right? You and I both know a lot about one particular Rambo, right? And the secret that he has. And
Yeah.
a lot of people
It's all
say,
fake. It's all
look at
fake.
this, look at this. He's got this and he's got that and he got this and he got that. I say, okay, well let's see that he had before. Bring it out today. That's what I tell people. They all get. And believe me, I've had younger people than myself who tell me that that I'm hating. I said, no, I'm not hating on the guy. I give him much credit for being in America and taking advantage of the American system, taking advantage of capitalism, commercializing. His personal self, he incorporated himself, and he sold himself out. And trust me, when I say sold himself out, I talked to another guy, one of the guys involved in this recent incident, in a text, and he said, now he's not going to out his boy because they make money together, but he said, yeah, it's more than what you see.
Yeah, see,
I see it all. And I told him, I said, every time I see him with something specialized, there's two white guys standing there waiting for him to finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
said,
like Invisible Hand said, he doesn't own those weapons at all. It's a white guy who owns a gun shop that owns those weapons.
And if you look at the old videos, you'll see that guy. They're hanging out, they're laughing and joking. He's in the shop sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
This is back when he was just shooting shotguns across the damn field out in where was he? Louisiana, Texas, wherever.
And he used to be a clean cut guy. He created that image to look like he's hood. Everybody don't know he used to be in the Marine Corps. You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, if you hear him off camera, he doesn't sound the same way his character on camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
he's not hood.
That to me right there, that's disingenuous. And that's what I told this young cat that was getting at me, telling me I'm hating. He said, sound like you hating on him. I said, wow, that's a harsh word for you, isn't it? And he said, well, I said, isn't that like the bottom of the barrel? Somebody started hating on somebody else. So back in my day, we used to call it biting. I'm not biting on that guy. I don't care. I said, I don't care. I'm giving you the facts about it. If you still
he ain't taking no money out of your pocket, so why would you be hating on him for?
I give him a thumbs up. I'm doing it right now. Give him a thumbs up for what he's done. There's a lot of them. The same thing with Chopper. Chopper, I've never seen him hit it. And now, mind you, Chopper has hit targets, and they get out there, and whenever Chopper's out there, they actually are shooting at things and hitting steel, right? And he's got some videos that I looked at. I just move on. I
never heard of this dude until the explosion.
I think Chopper was there's two. There's Zoe Chopper, and then there's Chopper. I think. I know anybody. If I'm wrong, correct me because I don't have.
Yeah, Visible Hand said Rambo is on this Hollywood shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And more weird.
Think I'm gonna change my name to Long Legs or something. He call himself Chopper. I
Well,
need to have a.
that's
I need to have a.
because
I
he
need to
likes
have a. I need to
AKs.
have a street name. You know.
His name is he likes A Sabres. And dude, I missed a picture. I was in South Philly today. And
Okay.
I missed a picture of a van that drove by that had Sabre on it, and it
Oh.
was graffiti written on it.
Oh
I
yeah.
missed it. By the time I got the damn thing out, I was like, you know, I'm old, man. I'm looking at it before I think about taking a picture. And by the time I thought he was down a little cutting and through an alley, and I was like,
Oh wow.
right. So that's it, Mark Chopper, and he's the OG.
Yeah.
That's the dude that you can hear his voice when this guy's crying, and Mark is telling him, "Hey, calm down."
Oh,
Right,
Mark Chopper
exactly.
was the first camera.
That's the one that's telling
That
him,
was the
"Calm
first
down.
camera.
Don't
Yeah,
look
that's
at
the
it."
first
Yep.
camera.
He's the one that keeps him from going into shock.
Yeah. Yeah, because who was the he
The
was
other guy's
actually
name is
shoot.
Zoe Chopper. I don't know if they related or he just,
Interesting.
the
Zoe
little
Chopper,
brother
Z
kind.
Chopper, Chopper South.
Right, but Chopper, right, yeah, but see, the Chopper on the street is an AK, and that's what
Yes, it
the
is.
first time I saw him shooting it, he was shooting an AK. So
So
I
he was
was,
shooting.
and the times that I've had, what do you call that thing? Private messaging, DMs with that dude, he's always been up and up. And I said, man, something about getting together whenever you're in the Atlanta area, and it wasn't on no, I shoot better than you thing. It was just like, let's get together kind of thing. And he was like, man, if I get down there, I'll definitely look you up. Nothing. This is 2 or 3 years ago. When I first saw him, I was like, oh wow, that's all right, because I think he's in Baltimore or somewhere in Maryland in that area. And I'm like, wow, because I saw they tried to do some gathering, and they got halted, and then there was too many of them at some spot, and the police came, and in another spot they had advertised about it, and the county got together and made some kind of edict that they couldn't participate and couldn't do this. And it was like, wow, man, these guys getting blocked everywhere. It's like, yo, do it in the South. We don't have that kind of problems with our local law enforcement. As long as you're not doing stupid stuff like shooting tannerite or 40 pounds of tannerite at 20 paces away, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
so
crazy
funny.
because just like you said it earlier, heard it on the way in, the guy with the shooting the refrigerator door.
Yeah.
And
Chopped
then
his leg off.
Right. And then women.
Oh no, the refrigerator door. Yeah, it was a different one.
Right, but that's stupid. I mean, I think people.
Let me see if I can pull that one up.
A packet of what's it called copy paper is less than $5 for 1,000 sheets, right? And I'm making this up from what I'm estimating that. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's about $3 for 1,000 sheets, dude. You could staple that to a piece of cardboard and shoot at that every day of the week.
Yeah.
Why you gotta shoot trash? Why you gotta shoot trash? You got an old refrigerator, a washer, dryer on your property. Why you gotta shoot that? That's stupid. I've never ever thought that was cool. It's always been stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. And you can never in tarnation, you can never get me to understand it. I just don't.
You're son of country.
Yep. I don't give a damn where you're from. If you're shooting trash, you just trash. That's it. Like I can't help you.
Right.
Even tin cans on a stick or on a wall or something, that's different. You can pick that up and throw it away, but you're shooting an immovable object that's gonna either deflect or it won't absorb that round the way you think it would. Like it's gonna go through it. It's not gonna do that.
It's gonna absorb it, all right.
Yeah, right back into your face. And that's the problem.
Okay, I got the video. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me share this real quick, guys. You guys gonna let me figure. Oh, here it is. Boom. All right. Let me go back. See the refrigerator down there, guys, at the end.
Holy shit.
Always right.
Safety on.
Safety on.
Wow.
You don't worry about that.
That fucking door was coming right for you, dude.
Did you see what I said? I knew what I was talking about.
Woo!
That door was coming right for you.
They almost killed themselves. Idiot.
Yep.
Now, I don't know how many yards that was.
That was a lot.
how many pounds he had in
Okay,
there.
I don't know how
Let me
much
see.
was inside it, but yeah,
Let me
that
see.
was
Can I?
that thing flew
Uh,
a long way.
Yeah, it don't say how many pounds are in there.
But I would imagine the way that thing set up. The first time I saw it, I didn't believe it.
And
First
that was
time I
off
saw
of military.com. So even the military is making fun of these cats.
And
You
that
know?
first time I saw it, I said, "There's no way that happened." And
Yeah.
then when somebody explained it to me, it wasn't just it was closed. They literally closed the Tenorite inside the refrigerator and
Yes,
shot
they
it.
did. Yeah.
And that combustion of all that gas built up and had
Blew
to go
that door.
somewhere, and it came right back out that door.
Mm-hmm.
And that door flew past that tree, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No way. You
Great.
figure that door's got to be about 20 to 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's flying at magnificent speeds.
Yeah, that's gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't win a Darwin Award. Everybody wants to win one.
And a couple of guys that were in the comments in that let me see if I can find ROC.
No, let me catch back up to the comments. You guys are going crazy. All right. Let's see. I know he was laughing. The Invisible Hands are laughing. Oh wow. Yep. Yeah. That was incredible. Yeah, the video. Yeah, it was. Let's see. You guys, I don't know if you guys seen the one where the guy takes his leg off. Let me pull that one up. Try to hold this one. This one's interesting. Let me share this one real quick. But people do stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
there were guys in the comments that were saying that they've done dumb things. And I was like, man, ain't no way.
Yeah. I've done some dumb stuff. But
like this?
But
so
not,
the guy, the one
not
that
that dangerous.
About,
let me run this real quick.
Okay.
Let me run this. Watch this, guys. Guy's shooting Tenorite. He's got it in a it's a riding lawnmower down at the base here. If you see it at the end of his rifle. It gets closer.
Closer, because I can't hit it from here.
Boom.
Oh shit!
Blew it completely off. Yeah. So watch it one more time. Watch this. You can see the blood splatter all over the camera and his pants. It severed it.
And he
said below the knee.
I would say he's about 50. Dude, he just emptied a magazine and then reload because he can't hit it.
Right. It takes his time. Now, if the cameraman had stuck with him, he would have been hit too. But he didn't. He stood off.
Almost 40-something rounds.
Hit it.
And
Call the ambulance.
The craziest thing, and you may know this, and a few guys that are watching may know as well. It's so fast when danger hits, car accidents. You don't always have to have guns involved.
Yeah, as soon as he shot, if you saw, his leg was severed as soon as the explosion happened. It was gone.
It's just like that. And I'm telling you, there's no reaction time. It's already happening. And now all it is picking up the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stop the bleed. Where's the tourniquet? I talked to a guy just recently. He had all the gear on. And I was like, yo, man, that's cool. I said, have you ever done that by yourself? And he was like, what? I said, use your tourniquet. And he looked at me and I was like, one-handed. Is that an indoor range? And he's got a gun belt on with
tourniquet on.
Tourniquet,
you got all the gear.
pouch, dump pouch, all this stuff. And I'm like, you ever tried that without by yourself?
One-handed. Yeah.
Right. And he looked at me.
Or two-handed.
And I said, yeah, bro, you need to know how to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so much that he was deficient in that I felt like I was picking on him after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, you've never done that? You never shot left-handed? He was right-handed shooter. I said, yo, take the rifle and put it on your left side. Dude, it was like, I'm trying to get this guy to come out to train, right? And he was on the verge, but it was at this point, I'm really showing him up. I said to him, I said, I hope you don't take this as to be offended by it, but to understand that there's so much that you need to learn. And he was about I say he was probably 28, 30 years old.
So
See,
let's see.
at least read what that one says.
All right, WK. There was a second video of him at the hospital telling folks not to be stupid, and he as he was lost his life. Oh, let me see, can I find that? So he did a PSA. Cool. Let me see, can I find that? Yeah. Yeah, because people need to tell other people don't do it. It's the same thing as people throwing M80s when they losing their hands or half their face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's like stop. You know, the dumbasses trying to cook off hand grenades. You know.
Yeah, I just sent you the guy.
Was it email?
The real NOC. It was the guy. That's his name. The one that posted it. That me and this guy got into it on. And he said, I've been called the range Nazi because I'm big on introducing proper range protocol and general safety rules to the younger generation of shooters. I want you all to enjoy freedom, but you're going to get someone seriously injured or die in an unsafe manner. Tenorite has a different safe distance rating depending on how much of the substance you are shooting. Having it mixed in with debris creates shrapnel. Invest in proper iPro that has a ballistic rating, and he has a code for something that if you're interested in. He said, I'm okay, he's okay, but please let this be a lesson. I'm glad that he's okay, but please let this be a lesson. The pressure was so much, the airbags in the vehicle deployed. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. A fool learns from his own. Then this dude had the nerve to go ballistic on him about not giving him credit on a video.
Oh, wow.
That's the one from, and this is the comment that the guy, the real NOC says, and that was this Zoe character comes at him for not. Can you tag me in my video of my explosion accident you took off my page? That's it. Now, mind you, the question mark is 2 spaces past the page because he's obvious, and that's what I got on him about when he came after me. I said, learn to speak, bro. I said, I don't know how you sound in person, but on this typing thing, you're terrible. Learn to write. I said, I don't understand what you're saying. You may be making good points. I just don't understand what you're saying. And he was like, oh, you one of them. Yes, I am. Intelligent? That's what you mean? Smart brother? That's me. So I don't understand you, and I can't decipher this, and I don't have my translator. Omar wasn't there to translate for me.
Yeah, man, you're like 80 and still lying. Who is this? Rambo. Who is that?
I don't know. Who is Rambo?
I don't know.
He's a
Get a life loser. Oh my god. Yeah. Guess what, Rambo? You
one
got
of those dudes that like to rub Zoe's balls for him.
Yeah, you're gonna get blocked, Rambo. Thank you.
Keep him around. Let's have some fun, you know.
His stuff won't even go on the air.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not putting it up.
Maybe that's the white Rambo.
Yeah. I don't know. Watch your mouth, Rambo.
Omar, or what? How you say that backwards?
What?
The white Rambo.
I don't know. Probably calls himself White Rambo. Probably 90 pounds wet. You know, yeah. Guys always have tough names and never tough. Internet keyboard warriors. We love them. But and so
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, he's
I'm
in
a
the
slow
wrong
moving machine, Rambo. If you need me, you let me know. I'll pull this thing to a halt and pull over to the side
definitely
of the road.
in the wrong place, Rambo. We'll look you up though. We'll check you out.
Exactly. This guy.
You know.
But anyway, that's the thing is like, you know, the guy he posted that one that you just showed in reference to the guy. There's a reminder, you know, being safe. That's the key. You can have all the fun you want. You know, I was out on the range one time in a training situation, and one of the other instructors didn't tell anybody. This dude went and mixed Tenorite, and he only had maybe like less than 10 pounds. He maybe at 4 or 5 pounds of this stuff. He mixes it, ignites it, and this was when that old guy, not the Murdoch guy, but the one before that, when we first started going out to South River.
Mhm.
He was there, man. He pulled up in that
Oh.
golf cart and like he was a drifter with the thing like Fast and Furious. He slid into it and damn near jumped out the golf cart before it stopped. He was livid, and this guy that fired it off was supposedly a Navy SEAL. I never believed it because he just played too much and
Yeah.
didn't tell anyone. So we're in a
Oh, he
class.
did.
We're on a break, and we had a whole training bay one was set up, and we had all kind of like rooms. It was a room clearing class. We had was it plywood and just channeling, so guys can simulate it being a room. This guy just decides to light off some Tannerite.
Where was it? How far away was the Tannerite?
Oh, it was downrange. It was probably a good.
Downrange.
Everyone that was up in the underneath the
He said
mean,
it was. He said he was a Navy SEAL. I mean, he has.
bro.
Come on.
Yeah, 2 people on the team vouched for him.
Every
I never saw it. He wore a trident on his
that don't mean anything.
Bro. That's what I said. First off, to me, I never met anybody who ever wore it.
Georgia has the largest concentration of fake Navy SEALs in the United States. It is a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Are they legit, or are you just saying guys that want to be?
They're not legit. If you watch the guy on YouTube, Don Shipley, he be busting them out.
Well, he took his channel down because everybody was stealing his stuff.
Oh, I still watch him.
Yeah,
he's out. There's actual Navy SEALs are publishing on their own site, so you can still see his videos. So, but the thing of it is, it's I'm just a little leery when guys. Most of these guys, if
I will tell you
this is what I find out. I'm gonna just tell you guys a little secret. Usually, guys in special operations, Ranger battalions, and all that stuff, they never tell you.
That's what I was.
They never tell you.
When he wore the trident, I asked him.
Yeah.
And I said, I knew some questions that I heard other guys ask other SEALs, and he was just barely approaching it. Like, just getting over the line. And it was kind of like a lot of thought, like he read about this. So I said, okay. His shooting wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
Not
not
a guy that's supposed to do this every day of the week. And then on top of that, when we were doing different things in this group of guys that I was with, when we were doing certain things, he wasn't always available. Which it was like,
I'll tell you a story, guys. I was using a range out in Rockmart. The guy out there was allowing us, me and Al shot video out there. We went out there and shot. We had classes out there on that range. We took a class out there. Well, about 2 years later, after I was using this range, he was allowing me to use his range. He wanted me to set up an actual range out there and put my company logo and stuff on his property. Okay. Because I was the only one using it. And I kept wondering why. I received a frantic text and a phone call from a friend of mine saying, you need to see this video and now. Don Shipley, the Navy SEAL buster, busted this clown. He was actually photoshopped himself in a Navy SEAL's dress whites. He also stole a certificate of a dead Navy SEAL's Medal Honor certificate, put his name on it, not realizing Medal Honors are serial numbered. They're tracked because that's the only thing you can get by Congress. You know what I'm saying? So he got called up, busted out. Don Shipley busted him out, and it was all over everything. Everybody in the shooting community was seeing this stuff.
Came to his location.
Yeah, they came to his location. Everybody turned their back on him. Remember that steel out there? He got that for free. That guy contacted me after that and said, I am not giving that guy another damn thing. Wow. He had screwed himself up. Even the gun ranges he was getting guns from, they had stopped. It was a disaster. And but he got busted out for being a fake Navy SEAL. He was running around telling everybody he was a Navy SEAL in the bar. And what happened? These guys contacted Don Shipley. That's the same thing that goes where anybody who are running around saying they're special forces, I will contact the Special Forces Association and put their name in and see if it comes back. And these are guys on active duty. They would check them and see if this guy really exists. And it doesn't take long to reach out. you know, and it's
I,
same
I
thing.
bet you this guy wasn't the one I'm talking about.
And the same thing for guys in Ranger Battalion. I know Ranger instructors, you know, there's so, and now we got Navy SEAL guys. We got Don Shipley. I don't know any Dev Group or Delta Force guys at this present time, but you know, they're probably out there. But usually when those guys are out there, I was at the gun show and I was selling body armor. This one guy walked up and we got to talking about stuff, and next thing you know, he said, you know, he just pulled out a coin out of his thing and set it on the table and said, look at it. And I looked down at it. It was Special Forces coin. So I was like, okay. And I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything who he was. And he said, I am who I am, you know, and that was it. And and I mean, those guys usually don't say much, you know, and or who they are, unless you have some type of military background or something like that, or done something similar, then they'll talk to you about it. And but mostly they just keep it to themselves. They don't go around bragging it. So when you see a guy who obviously boasting and bragging about it, and that's he says, I'm this before he even give you his name. Be suspicious.
That's the kind.
Be suspicious. Then when you see his shooting skills or his technical skills, or if he don't know certain things about certain events or something like that, it's just all questionable. We got so many guys out here faking this stuff. It's unreal, you know.
Yeah. And the craziest thing is, you got the same opportunity everybody else does. Go sign up, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to fake. You don't have to fake. Go in there and make your way like everybody else did.
But most of the guys who do this kind of stuff were in the military. They got thrown out, or they didn't spend enough time, and they feel embarrassed about it. So they use that to substitute for who they really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sure there's a big deficiency in mental.
Yeah,
you know?
fake GI Joes. I used to bust them out a lot on Facebook. That was my main thing, to bust them out, because a lot of people didn't realize on my Facebook page I had over 1,500 to 1,700 people on there. There was a lot of police, but I had special forces on there. I had some Navy SEALs on there. I had some Ranger guys on there, and they all kept quiet and didn't say anything. Who they didn't expose who they were. And I didn't expose who they were either.
Right.
I had a guy who just came off of deployment from the special forces and was on my page, and me and him was chatting about reconnaissance work, and he ended up disappearing because he ended up going back doing some contracting work. But he got into an argument with somebody I know about human reconnaissance, and I kind of told the guy, be quiet. He knows what the hell he's talking about, because this guy really done it.
Right.
I even had some retired sergeant majors on my page. I even had a Medal of Honor winner on my page. He was on there, and we chatted in the background. But I didn't tell all this stuff. I kept all this stuff to myself because it was nothing for me to expose these guys about.
Right. And a lot of times that's the thing. You know, these guys, they don't come out like that. Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of fake firearms instructors too.
Man,
yeah, that take a corresponding course on how to shoot.
Some of them don't haven't done that, man. There's some of these guys that they'll tell you that they're an instructor and they only teach private classes, or they haven't worked anywhere. You know, I just did it for, just for the certification.
The clout.
When you listen to them when they speak, no, you're not. You're not. And that's another thing. When these guys get these certifications from these places, it's business oriented, right? So it's not a training where say like even in
he just opened a Pandora's box. He said fake instructors with fake credentials.
Right.
You seen that? I haven't seen that. Have you seen that in Invisible Hands?
Yeah, fake meaning that not having any experience or skill, and then they're certified.
Oh, okay.
New jacks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new jacks out there too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys.
Everybody want to be an instructor,
right? But they don't have any skill and they don't have any experience,
right? Prime example. There was somebody in my neighborhood. Came up, had the nerve, stopped, talked to me, and said, I'm a firearms instructor. I don't know how I steered to that, but said, I'm a firearms instructor now, female. And I was like, okay. So I pull out my business card and said, look, I am too. I've been doing this since 2011. Then actually, I go down and start talking to this person about the business.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go get me a gun. Don't even have firearms. Okay. Just taking that class from the US, whatever they CCBBA, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were certified in that without a firearm of their own.
Damn.
And we're going to teach their first class down the road pretty soon. Isn't that something?
And this is their first gun.
Yeah, they didn't even have one
They
yet.
put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got a
you should
cart
at least have a firearm.
Hmm.
Yeah, like a certain girl we know. Oh yeah.
Bro, that sounds like a retrofit in the worst way.
Yeah,
And definitely. I mean,
They-
that's again goes to what I was saying earlier. That does not bode well for us because people think that we're all like that.
yeah. Because what's happened is, and this is what's happening, they are producing so many unqualified instructors that is phasing out guys like me and you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know guys that have stopped doing the actual training that are really good instructors. They stopped doing it because they said they couldn't find a niche. They couldn't find a way to get new people,
New students,
and that they
repeat
were
students.
burning
right.
their clientele who really likes them were being burnt out because he kept going back to them. Hey, I got this.
They can only learn so much.
Right. I
Right.
take this class from him.
Right,
Guys are
right.
taking 5 or 6 classes from this guy over the
Mhm.
years, and now he's got no new clients. And then
He
he
said
had
she
people.
He said she
Yeah,
used a rent
used a
gun at the
rented gun
range.
at the range.
Yeah. Well, that's true. She probably did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't even know how to use it.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a shame, but it's funny. It is so funny. And when they see guys like me and Al on the range, they're like, "Who you cats?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like,
Almost like the clown that came on YouTube. You know,
Mhm.
old OGs, y'all stuck in your ways. No, it's only one way to doing this, man.
right,
If you don't have experience, how do you gain experience?
Right.
You get a certification and you don't have anybody that's tutoring you as an instructor. It's one thing to be tutored as a student. There's also tutelage as an instructor. Somebody that brings you along, shows you the nuances on how to fix things, how to analyze a shooter, how to say when you keep shooting low left, you don't just start aiming a little bit more to the right. That's
Right.
not the way to fix that.
or pull out their phone and look at their little cue cards.
Right. And then
You know, so-
and if it's not written on their little lesson plan that they
Right.
received from somebody else who wrote
And
it, they don't know how to fix nothing.
well, then it always goes back to blame. They blame it on the gun. Well,
Mhm.
you need to go buy this type of gun because that type of gun is not
I
working
hear
for
that.
you.
I hear that too. I hear that too. And I tell people, and they don't. Now, here's another one that people get offended
It's
with.
called experience. Yep.
If you can't shoot any gun that you pick up, you're not a shooter.
hmm
If you can only shoot Glocks, you're not a shooter. If
Right.
you can only shoot Smith and Wesson, you're not a shooter. If
Right.
you can only shoot Canics, you're not a shooter.
Right.
And so on and so on.
If you
You
only
better be
shoot
able-
daggers,
And I'm
you're not a
talking about
shooter.
picking up 1911. I'm talking about picking up a revolver, picking up a single action revolver. Anything you pick up, you should be able to pull the trigger. Your target.
Okay, he said they lied about being certified, where and who they train, and they also lied about they scored a pistol match. Totally fake. Yeah, it's a lot of that going on.
Mhm.
A lot of that going on.
What's that website that we sign up on for pistols for
What?
competition?
Oh,
You-
practice score.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go there. Seriously,
Yeah.
and especially if somebody who's supposed to be a competition shooter, they
Mhm.
should be a member of one of the any other disciplines. And
Yeah.
If somebody's shooting, and trust me, I've had people tell me how they shoot competitions, and I say, hey, what's your practice score number, or what's your IDPA number, or what's your
Right.
USPSCSA? You know, like
Yeah. Then you got the P's. Yeah.
yeah, that one. What's your number? What's your
Right.
Glock GSSF number? What's your
Mhm.
your skill match number? Because if you're shooting at that level, you can't keep telling me you're showing up and you're not classified yet.
Right, because you can only shoot those industries so many matches before they tell you got to join the organization and you got to get certified.
Right. You go get classified. And if you're not
Yeah, not
classified,
satisfied.
then
Yeah,
you can't tell
classified.
me that
Right.
you shot 7 matches and you came in third, second, and almost won, and you don't have a number. And if you
Right.
find that number, you look it up in practice score, and it'll tell you what.
Yeah,
what
and usually people who go shoot competition, they take the practice score, screenshot, and they share it. And so
Right.
you can see what they actually
The
did. You can
results
see the splits, you can see the numbers, you can see if they won a stage, you can see if they run the whole course, you can see where they placed that in that night. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can do to show and verify what you've done besides this talk. You know what I'm saying? Produce a video, showing what you shot. And if you didn't shoot that well, just say, hey, you didn't shoot that well. You're still trying to, it's nothing to lie
We're
about.
talking
I
local
mean,
matches. We're not talking
yeah.
about national champions.
This local matches. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm still debating if I'm going to go shoot Tuesday night. The local IDPA. I need to find out if they're shooting local IDPA on Tuesday. So, but I'm going to take that 1911 out.
Oh, damn. CDP, heavy iron. Heavy
Yep.
iron.
I'll take that 1911 out and swing it. So I'm
If
still
you did
debating.
WKT, this you're doing. You made this monster.
Yeah. He did make me. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but I love that gun. Whew. I need to clean it. That's what I need to do. That's what I do tomorrow. I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna rub on it. And I hate rubbing on guns. Everybody knows this. I hate rubbing on guns. So, but I will rub on. Oh, speaking of rubbing on guns, I was watching a guy clean his rifle. It was a $3,000 rifle. So I suggested to him wash it with Simple Green and hot water. Right. This guy was like, I am not doing that. That is a what he said it was. That's a paint thinner. Paint thinner. I am not doing that. What's wrong with you? I said, dude, you don't have no idea what you're talking about. I said, it's not a paint thinner, it's a degreaser. I said, I have over 30 years experience with Simple Green and hot water cleaning weapons, even in the Army. We see clean crew serve, Mark 19s, 50 cals, M16s. It doesn't hurt them, as long as you coat them. And after, and he could not. I am not doing that. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. What's wrong? And I was like, I'm not the problem. You're the problem. You know what I'm saying? I got more experience than you in this.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
That's the same with the people who tell you that just put some WD-40 on it.
Yeah, you can. WD-40 actually works. Yeah,
but
you can use motor oil grease as long
motor
as
grease.
yeah, motor oil
Right.
grease. It still
Motor
works
oil,
too.
high
So I know
viscosity.
a lot of people use it for the AKs.
Yeah, I do. I use
Mhm.
gear grease for my AKs.
Yeah. I witnessed a certain person shoot at a Glock GSSF and later lied and said that they shot a score of a 98 out of 500. 98 out of 500. That's way low. Actually, the person scored 335 out of 500. Fake and liar. So if they said they scored 98 out of 500. Oh, so they was trying to say they scored 498 out of 500. Yeah. So I see what you're saying there. Yeah. So yeah, and that's another thing. If you shoot any any local match, any of those divisions, they're all
I think
logged.
the first one was 498 out of 500.
Yeah, it's supposed to have been 498 out of 500. Right. Yeah, that's what he just said. He said 498 out of 500.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say 98 out of 500. They barely hit the 7-yard target.
I wouldn't tell nobody that one.
I shot I barely
That's
hit
when
the,
you got to go back and say, okay, this is the muzzle.
right.
This is the front sight. This is the trigger. This is how
Right.
you grip it. You got to start all over at that.
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty bad. But I'm just saying, there's records. If you go shoot in a local match, even if a sanctioned local match, there's going to be record or somewhere of what you shot, so you can look it up, track your score. A lot of them, you can if you we got you 498 out of 500. And a lot of them they allow you to track it under your member number. You can see where you're standing at, and
Right,
if
'cause
you
it
got
helps you
bumped
in the
and all
future.
that stuff. Right, and because it's going to help you do if you want to qualify, because you need points to qualify to do sanctioned matches,
Right.
and so it's all on the point system. So you have to constantly go shoot these local matches and a monthly outdoor match in order to get the points up, so you can go shoot a sanctioned match at the end, a yearly sanctioned match at the end of the year. And if you don't shoot those matches, consistently, and if you don't have those points, they won't allow you to sign up and shoot those matches because you're not in that level. And that's how they look at it. So
because there's different levels. You got your sponsored shooters, and then you have your I guess the unsponsored shooters, but also guys that's shooting at a higher level.
mhm. Yeah, and some of those matches are, you have to have a lot of points in order to get invited to, like the bug match, the bug matches, the backup gun matches for IDPA. You got to have a certain amount of points in order to get to shoot those matches. You just can't walk in and go shoot those matches.
Right.
Now you can
Especially at the state
probably
national
do it as a beginner level, but if you're shooting anything at a sharpshooter or an expert, you need to have points because you're at a whole different level. So, the scores are posted on the GSSF night of the match, but the person still lied about their scores. Yeah.
Damn.
So
that's to me that's the one that bugs me.
yeah.
I can't get it out fast enough. That's the one that bugs me, because that means you have no respect for me. That I'm an idiot, that you think I'm gonna fall for that. I
Right.
can look right here on this wall and see your score, but you're telling me that that's really not your score.
Right. Yeah. So it is what it is. People lie. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah.
it's no reason to lie. You know?
The reason why I was bringing that up before, because the WD is water displacement. It has some properties inside of it. Because
Mhm.
I've seen people who use only WD-40 thought they were going to be
Dude,
good.
I've seen people.
WD dissipates and the gun rusts, and that's what happens.
Yes.
These
Yeah.
are cops. These are cops.
Right.
They shoot once a year, and then at this time back then, this is in the 90s. He shot once a year, and his words were, "But I use WD-40 on it," and it
But
was like, "When?"
I always use the Winchester yellow top, green can, the Teflon lube. Always spray your gun with that stuff after you wash it.
That sounds like rim oil.
It is. It's rim oil. Rim oil has Teflon in it.
Okay,
So,
no, but you said Winchester.
oh, I said Winchester. I
Yeah,
was
that's what I was
thinking
like, I know
Yeah.
that container.
rim oil. Use the rim oil, yellow top, green can. That is the best stuff out there besides the Ballista
It's less than
stuff.
$5.
Right. And it's good stuff. It has Teflon flakes in it, and it will coat your stuff. Every time I wash it, I spray it with that. Boom. Then I put some Ballista on it after, and gun's good to go. Never had a problem with
Ballistol.
Ballistol.
Yeah,
and
that German stuff. They
yeah,
used
it was
that during
it was
the war.
around. It was around during the World War II.
Yeah,
That's right.
Man, I had to see
That's
that when I
right.
heard it, I'm like, what
That's-
the hell? That sound familiar. Anyway,
Yeah.
that one is really good. They use that on leather products. They use
Yes.
it on wood.
Right.
They use it on the tire.
Yep.
All their equipment. And
All their equipment.
I
Yep.
got gallons of that
It's
stuff.
proven
I
to
think
work because the Nazis use it to kill people with. So
That's not the new commercial tagline.
right.
Proven to work.
Yeah, it's
No,
proven to
no.
work. It's good stuff. You don't need a lot, just a little bit of go. But always spray it with that. I've never had rust on my guns. So anybody said you can't wash your guns, you can wash your guns. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do it. They just won't tell you they do it. They wash them, and that carbon falls off and sitting there with the toothpick and the pins and those are cats don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro, I'm as a in charge of the range.
he's still going on this.
I see dudes who,
He said they
put
never
their
came back
gun-
to shoot it in the match. But
as a fake instructor tells the students that they shot 498 or 500 the first
in the first ever match, yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Well, he must
No.
be a real good guy. Must be a real good guy.
So what was you saying?
No, I'm saying that the guy put his Beretta 92 FS
In the dishwasher.
washer,
Yeah, I noticed some guys done that.
but he didn't know how to do it, and that thing just locked up, seized. What's that called?
He didn't treat it right after. He let it air dry.
Somebody mentioned what you said in
When
reference to being able to. These guns are so tough that you can wash them in a dishwasher and they'll still fire. It still needs lubricant.
yeah,
It still
so
needs
when let me get this straight, guys. As soon as you wash it, you gotta, after you take it out and let it air dry, spray it immediately while it's still wet with the rim oil. You have to spray it with the rim oil.
Have to spray. You have to air dry it with compressed air, not just let it sit.
Nah, I let mine sit. I don't compress
bro,
air.
that's the. I'm telling you.
No, man, dude, I've been doing this. We didn't have
I understand,
compressors in the
G.I. Joe.
military.
I
We
hear
didn't have
you, G.I. Joe.
compressors. We didn't have compressors in the
No, but
military.
this is modern age. You
I'm
can get
just-
compressed air at Track Auto. You can get compressed air at Home
I'm just
Depot.
telling you,
Office Max.
we clean crew serves. I clean my M16s, A3 with Simple Green, and it did not have a problem.
I've seen
Not
Simple
one.
Green used, not only
And we
in
used the.
vibration.
I didn't use the rim oil. We used Teflon spray, and we sprayed them right after, and they never rusted. I
No, I'm
passed.
not saying with the rust.
I passed
I'm
inspections
talking
with
about-
this.
Yes,
I
I
passed
understand.
inspections.
I'm talking
FYI,
about-
Lucas gun oil is the bomb. Lucas, never heard of
Yeah,
him.
it is. Lucas is good too.
Okay,
They used to make they started with car oils,
yeah,
and they started
Okay.
recently, like last 10 years, doing gun oils.
okay, all right. Yeah. So, this is it. We're good. Oh, you guys, please like and share the stream. Like on YouTube. Don't worry about Twitch and DLab. But Rumble, we need you guys to go to Rumble and type in the Two Alphas Talk. Go to the page and follow the Two Alphas Talks channel. So he
So
said
we
he
can
never
have a whole debate on oils, gun oil. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
rest of those.
Oh yeah, I'm reading the comments. He said never said it was a guy. He said Lucas Gun Oil or M Pro 7. I never heard of that. Is the best lube in the market. Yeah, don't use Break Free. A lot of you hardcore military dudes. Break Free was the worst oil that the military ever came out with.
What was that
you
other one that
might as well
a lot
use
of-
Vaseline on your gun if you're going to use Break Free. You had to
There's
use so
another-
much Break Free that you had to clean your gun. And because when you used to take an M16 and go to the rifle range, they would spray your bolt and your inside of your rifle with so much oil, it was all over your hands, dude. That's
All
how
that-
your rifle be dripping.
What
And
about
don't
frog,
Dude.
frog lube. Remember that
Dude,
one?
Frog Lube was some good stuff.
There
don't-
was Crisco oil.
Don't
it was basically
was.
cooking oil.
Well, don't even have a machine gun on the range, because if you have a machine gun, they're gonna put a quarter of. You remember the little bottles of break? That whole bottle is going in your gun if it was a machine gun. It's just
Who taught them this? What was this?
that's what
Was
they. That's what they did. That's what they. You won't get a jam. He had a few guns rust in my basement safe until I put it. Yep, you have to put a dehumidifier in there, and had to bring them back to life. Yeah, I keep several in my safe, so you can buy the big one, then you buy several small ones. So you can have more than one. You don't just have to have one in there. You can have, half a dozen's in there. Keep the humidity down. Yeah.
Especially during the summertime, bro.
Keep them from getting rusty.
Come in there and be nothing but a big orange mess.
Yep. So, yeah. Let's see what's we'll take a look at something real quick. Let's see what we got. We got 14 of you guys here on. Usually it's gonna be more after, and 9 of you guys here on YouTube. So we usually run on Rumble close to 100 per show. So keep liking the show, keep watching the show. We really appreciate you guys here on Rumble. And he said, hit the thumbs up icon, guys. Yep, hit the thumbs up. And what are you laughing about, Invisible? We're gonna talk to you later on. Not tonight, but we'll hit you up. And you know, I don't know what else to say. We got patches. You guys don't even want these. You know, if you see
I
us,
called in, man. I called in.
yeah, he called in out. You know, but Al, he faked the funk when I was out on the range for the first time this year. He didn't even show up.
No,
So he couldn't even get any patches. So I had them all
No,
separated
but
for him to give him some
called in.
patches.
I'm gonna go ahead and send my telephone
Look.
number and my email address.
These are the ones I was gonna get to Al right here. Look at how many I was gonna give him. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, oh, I'm tired, man. I need to go get me a sandwich. He went to go get him a tuna fish sandwich at the local fish market. You know what I'm saying?
That was a field day, man. That was working in the yard day.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for participating in the show. I mean, you guys are really going crazy in the chat tonight. We really love it. And show is for you, not for us. You know, so we do this show for you guys. We appreciate you. Also, too, don't forget, I'll probably be going over to the vault. We're probably gonna be doing a live show or a recording over there on August, what was it, 19th? I think. Yeah, August 19th is already on the calendar and locked in. So I'll be going over there because I got to give them another plaque because the original plaque was stolen by somebody. And yeah, so I'll be going over there Tuesday to talk to them and see if our video's up and running too. So
yep. So if you get a chance to go to the vault and you're in that community, stop by.
Yeah, stop by, mention the Two Alphas Talk, you know, and have fun. That's all I can say.
Have
See you in a
fun,
row.
guys.